The following is a special presentation of 18 WJTS Sports. This is Indiana High School basketball here on 18 WJTS TV. High school basketball is proudly brought to you by Southern Indiana Propane, Mehringer Plumbing, Heating and Air, DuBois County Tire, and Ubalor & Sons Chevy, Cadillac, Toyota. It's time to settle in, as tip-off is moments away.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome to Jasper High School basketball coverage here on 18 WJTS. Carey Schneider along with Jason Stamm and Jeremy Marcos. And tonight the Wildcats are on the road just for a few miles down southeastern DuBois County as we take on the Forest Park Rangers here at Woody Buechler Arena. The Wildcats coming into tonight's contest 8-4 after a victory last Saturday night over the Washington Hatchets 67-28 in overpowering fashion, so to speak. Forest Park is, they're 7-7 coming into the year. They defeated North Posey last week 56-48. Jason, last week Wildcats took on a Washington squad we thought might be a little bit better, of course, but Jasper played well, 6 3-pointers in the contest and shot the ball overall pretty well.
Yeah, you're exactly right. We did going into that game expecting it to be a tight played game. Obviously Jasper got out to a good start there in the first quarter, hitting a couple threes and playing their typical defense that they play. And Washington couldn't get the ball to go in the basket, and that led to a pretty good lead after the first quarter, and they kind of build off that for the rest of the game.
Yeah, that was, like I said, defensively, the Cats were outstanding, holding the Hatchets to absolutely no field goals and a total of 2 points on a pair of free throws in that game. Jalen Mainers had 17 points and Logan Day 15. But tonight we're here in Ferdinand taking on a Forest Park squad that's kind of fallen a little bit on hard times, but they've been dealing with some injuries. The Rangers, as we said, 7-7 and had a skid of which they lost 7 out of 6 games at one stretch before bouncing back to North Posey last week. As we said, we talked about driving down there. They've been dealing with injuries. In fact, having as many as 3 players out of the contest, including Jared Berger, Luke Munier, and Jackson Lincoln. At least 2 of them, some of their key ball players.
Yeah, no doubt. I know Berger and Lincoln were both, pretty good production on the offensive end for them last year. So I know they missed those 2 guys quite a bit. But it's one of those things, it's high school basketball. It's the next man up, and somebody's getting to play this year that may not have gotten the minutes that they're getting. But you just got to move on, and you got to play with what you've got out there.
That's absolutely the case tonight. As either way, it's always tough to play in this arena. No question about it. Speaking of which, obviously, kind of a hostile environment, usually nice and loud, but tonight the numbers are a little bit down, and obviously I believe the weather playing a factor in that, as it's anybody knows at this point how much the fact that weather is going to be very cold, needs to say, and of course snow coming, but that's not a factor tonight. Wildcats control the tip, and on the floor for the Wildcats, our normal starting lineup of Foy, and there's a shot underneath by Foy. Riley Foy scores the first 2. Cats draw first blood. They're up 2-0. So Riley Foy, Logan Day, Max Butel, Levi Klaus, and there's a steal by Klaus. He'll take it to Butel, and quickly the Wildcats are up 4-0. And by the way, last starter, Jalen Mainers. So finally get through Jasper's starting 5. Rangers with the basketball with Finch, Ubalor, Fleck, Partenheimer, and King, the starting 5 for Drew Mesper's ball club. Mesper 53-42 in his 4th year here at Forest Park. John Gable in his 19th season at Jasper, 251 and 180, and another steal by the Cats. Mainers takes it all the way, puts it up, no good, and a rebound comes to the hands of Hudson King. Quickly up the floor. Finch over to Fleck. Down low to Ubalor, and Ubalor will try to find, he does find, number 24, Camden Partenheimer. And quickly, the Rangers will call timeout, so Drew Mesper wants to talk about it real quick. A 30-second timeout. We'll take a break and come back right after this on 18 WJTS.
The winter clearance event is on at Jubilar Chevrolet Cadillac in Jasper. Right now, get year-end savings on select new Chevrolet models in stock, but only while supplies last. Shop favorites like the tough, dependable Silverado pickup, the comfortable and versatile Equinox, and the fun, fuel-efficient Trax. All priced to move. Plus, you never pay any dealer fees or document fees at Jubilar's, saving you even more. Don't delay. Come in today for the winter clearance event at Jubilar Chevrolet Cadillac in Jasper, where customers send their friends since 1929.
Well, Forest Park was able to get a basket by Camden Partenheimer, Jason, but Coach Mesmer still wanted to call a timeout and get his team settled in a little better.
Yeah, I think, obviously the 2 quick turnovers that Forest Park had led to at least 1 easy basket for Jasper, so I'm sure that's what he was trying to address in that timeout.
4-2 is our score. Jasper on top. Butel drives it over to the right side. He tries to find Day, but the ball is out of bounds and belonged to Forest Park.
I thought that looked like it went off for Forest Park, but they got a better view than we do up here.
Excellent vantage point here at midcourt here at Woody Beekler Arena. Always enjoyed the press view up here. Partenheimer has the ball knocked away and clearing it out to Klaus. Here is Foy, but has the ball knocked, or actually blocked by Partenheimer, and losing the handle on the other end is Hudson King. But they say it was off of Wildcats, I guess.
Yeah.
So the Rangers will maintain possession.
Partenheimer's 6'9". Jasper hasn't went up against guys that big very often this year, so it'll be interesting to see how they handle that.
Partenheimer loses the handle, and there's a steal as Butel knocks it away, puts it up and in. Max Butel with another fast break layup for his second bucket. 4 points for Max, 6-2 Jasper. Here's Fleck. Finch. Finch will work it out of the backcourt. King inside the lane, drives, kicks it out to Fleck. Fleck looked at the three, but decided not to take the shot. Finch loses the handle, and another steal by the Wildcats. Klaus has it, but he has it knocked away from him by Partenheimer. It'll be out of bounds and belong to the Wildcats.
Yeah, Coach Messmer can't be very pleased with Forest Park's start to this game. They've already got 5 turnovers.
He's got a pair of substitutions coming in at this point. Number 34, Will Steckler, and number 11, Talon Blessinger. Down low, Mainers. Short jumper, no good. And Partenheimer will bring it up the floor.
Jalen kind of forced that one a little bit. Never got his shoulders squared to the basket.
So the Rangers with it.
They just look a little lost on offense. They're doing a lot of standing around.
Looks like Drew's going to bring Finch back in already. As you said, they just kind of trying to find a little more organization offensively here.
Yeah, they got one guy dribbling the ball, and the other 4 are just kind of standing around, not helping him.
Down low, Partenheimer puts a shot up and in. Camden Partenheimer.
That was actually Steckler.
So it was Steckler, my apologies. So it was Steckler. So Will Steckler has the basket. And out of bounds, it belonged to the Rangers. Jack Levin will check in for the Wildcats. Actually checking in for the Rangers is going to be Braden Van Winkle.
He played a quarter in the JV game. I remember watching him a little bit.
Van Winkle in the lineup now for Forest Park. Hubler out to Fleck. Here is Van Winkle. Guarded by Levin. Knocked away. Another steal for the Cats. On the other end, shot is going to be blocked, and a foul is going to be called on Grant Fleck. So Fleck will be nailed on the personal. It'll be his first, team's first. Going to the line to shoot two for the Cats is Riley Foy. Foy last week against Washington was 4 for 4 from the line, but he misses that first one. Hudson King in the lineup for Forest Park, and looks like we got for the Wildcats, that was Lamont. Kian Lamont in. Second free throw is good by Foy. He's got 3. 7-4 is the score. 3:20 to go in the first quarter. Finch with it, drives, misses the shot, no good. Rebound Wildcats. Mainers pumps a 3, it's no good. Long rebound comes to the Rangers, and quickly up the floor is Van Winkle. He has it knocked away. Back the other end come the Wildcats, putting up and in is Logan Day, and a foul is called. Day will go to the line. Personal was called on, okay, here we are. Number 23, Braden Van Winkle. Van Winkle with his first. And Day will have one free throw coming and try to complete a 3-point play. If he does, and he hits it. Day's got 3, 10-4. Jasper with a 6-point lead, 2:46 to go in the first quarter.
Forest Park don't look like they're on their offense, that they're very comfortable shooting the ball outside.
Here's a nice shot over Mainers by number 11, Talon Blessinger. Blessinger's got his first 2. 10-6 is the score. Jack Levin up and in. Jack Levin picks up his first bucket. 12-6. Jasper with the lead. There's a steal. Mon stripped it right out of his hands, and he loses the handle, or loses his foot, I should say, and almost the handle. It's going to be out of bounds after all said and done and belong to the Rangers.
Very sloppily played game so far.
Certainly is.
Forest Park's got 8 turnovers, and Jasper's got 3.
Ethan Thornburg comes in for Jasper. How many does Forest Park have?
8.
They have the basketball, trailing by 6. 12-6 is the score. Spin move, puts shot up, no good by Hudson King. The other end, Jasper can't do anything with it, but outlet pass and a layup by Hudson King for his first 2. And suddenly Forest Park is within 4 at 12-8. 4 Rangers with a bucket apiece. Lamont deals it over to Thornburg. Minute to go in the quarter. Lamont looks at 3, and he's guarded by Finch. Lamont for 3, got it. So, Kean Lamont, first 3-point basket of the night by either club, 15-8. Jasper back out by 7. 30 seconds ago, and another steal for the Wildcats. Tries to find Levin, but he couldn't handle the pass. Actually, looked like it was almost knocked away by King, but it will belong to the Rangers. Tell comes back into the contest.
Short pass. The distance wasn't very much, and Foy put a little bit too much on it, and Jack couldn't get his hands up to catch it.
Cash Kendall joins the squad for the first time tonight. .15 seconds. Rangers with the basketball. Fleck. King. No good. Mainers fights for the rebound, and King steals it right back away from him. Partenheimer back to King. Crosses over to Finch. Off-balance shot at the buzzer is no good, and that'll be the end of the first quarter of play. The score, Jasper 15, Forest Park 8. We'll be back in a moment. You're watching Wildcat basketball here on 18 WJTS.
Southern Indiana Propane recognizes the hard work and dedication that our student athletes put forth to prepare to play their best in representation of our schools. The team at Southern Indiana Propane works to be tough on safety and easy on the pocketbook for our customers. When it comes to safety, we are the most stringent in the area because we want to do all we can to help our customers have confidence that their energy choice is a safe and efficient low-carbon option that is reliable and ready when you are. Propane, energy for everyone.
Beekler Arena, the Wildcats lead it by 7, 15-8 after the first quarter, Jason, as we head into the second quarter. What we talked a bit of during the break, despite the 7-point lead, Jasper and Forest Park, basically have to really clean it up a little bit as far as their game is concerned.
Yeah, I mean, the teams combined have 14 turnovers in the first quarter, 9 for Forest Park, 5 for Jasper.
Shot up, no good, but a follow-up and a tip-in by Partenheimer. 15-10 is the score now. Checking in the lineup as usual in the start of the quarter is Ernie, Parker Ernie. 3-point shot is no good, and Ernie comes up with the board. I need to just start putting Ernie right away down because he's always in there right at the start of the second quarter. Mm-hmm. Down low, up and in is Mainers, I believe. Yes, yep. Jalen Mainers with the basket. Jalen's first two. (17-10). Whistle. And an offensive foul. I believe they're going to get Partenheimer.
Yep.
Well, they're slow putting the fouls up on the board.
Yeah, but it was
I mean, I knew it was, but I'm always double check.
And I think the official score has a question about it, I think, because he called the official
back to the bench here, yeah, to the scores bench.
Actually, they didn't. They called it on 34, which is Steckler.
Okay. So Steckler will be called for the personal. That'll be his first, and the first foul for the Rangers here in the second quarter. 17-10 is the score. Ernie. Day will deal it out to and a whistle, and
Steckler's going to get another one.
So Will Steckler picks up his second all of a sudden. He will sit down and have a little chat with Coach Jasper before he does. So Beutel will bring it up the floor across the timeline. Mainers guarded by King. Here's Foy. Two Mainers. Turns around, fires it from the free throw line and hits it. Nice turnaround shot, sweet.
Yeah, that's a tough shot. He started the shot with his back to the basket, but
Mainers has 4. We have a push along the baseline.
Ernie
against
maybe.
the Wildcats. Parker Ernie will be called on the personal. That'll be his first. In fact, the first foul of the game, I believe, for the Cats. At least I have, unless I forgot to mark one down. Either way, 19-10 is the score. And out of bounds, it belonged to Forest Park.
I think if Jalen wouldn't have tipped that, it would have went out of bounds. It would have been our ball, but you can't fault him for the effort.
5:51 to go in the second quarter of play. 19-10, Jasper with the lead. King hands it off over to Ubelard, over to Partenheimer.
And why would you have the 6'9" guy out?
And then way in the backcourt like that.
Yeah.
Because he fires a three on that one short.
Yeah.
And
I'm going to let him shoot that a lot, but I'd much rather have him out there than underneath.
Ernie kicks it out to Mainers, who drives the basket and to the basket, misses the shot. Partenheimer pushes the well. They're going to call Parker on a foul though, because he kind of looked like Partenheimer's pushing him off a little bit, but the foul will go against Ernie.
Looked like they could have called both of them for a foul. One was pushing and the other one was shoving.
Klaus will come in to replace Ernie, who picks up his second. He's a baby. He's what sounds like your chant.
I don't know. Jasper Student's got a pretty decent crowd.
They sure do. They look like they've outnumbered Forest Park perhaps a little bit. Forest Park's got a good number there, but they'd rather be quiet until now. And when Talon Blessinger nails the three-point basket, he's got 5, 19-13. Rangers within 6 now.
Ooh.
Was that
Foy?
Foy, okay. Foy gets the basket, his 5th point of the contest. 21-13, Jasper with the lead. Four and a half minutes to go in the quarter. Yeah, great turnout here for the Jasper student section, and they're definitely been loud over here to our left. Off balance shot was just off to the left, I should say, by Fleck. Down the other end, whistle, and an offensive foul is going to be called on the Wildcats, as that will go against Logan Day.
Yeah, he tried to do that new Euro step thing they call it. It wasn't big enough to get around. The guy was there, and he didn't make a big enough step to get around him and run into him.
So Finch will bring it up for the Rangers, nearing the 4-minute mark. (21-13), Jasper with the lead. Finch puts it up and got it. D. Finch, first two. 21-15. Turnaround by Mainers. This one's short. Partenheimer with the board.
See, there's the difference between Jalen playing against guys he's been playing against all year and then playing against a guy that's 6'9". It altered his shot a little bit.
This ball just got knocked away. Very sloppy play by the Rangers on that there.
Both teams.
Yeah. So, as we've been saying, it has not been a pretty game from the start on both sides of the floor. So Jack Levin comes in. Let's kind of reset things. It's 21-15 the score. 3:20 to go in the first half of play. Jasper with the lead. Forest Park with the basketball. Finch with it. Works on Butel and a whistle, and he's going to be called for traveling. Where's that set us now in the turnover department?
That's 12 for Forest Park. Jasper's got 7.
So the Cats with it, 3:10 to play in the first half. Jack finds Foy. Riley works it into backcourt against Fleck. And Fleck is going to be called for the foul. That'll be his second. Third foul for the Rangers here with just under 3 minutes to go, Jason, in the quarters. So
yeah, neither one of them are, in jeopardy of the 5 yet, but
both with 3. Shot up and in by Riley Foy. Riley's got 7 points. The lead all scorers so far tonight. Fleck deals it out to Finch. He'll pump a rainbow 3. That won't fall. Then we'll bring it up for the Wildcats. Ooh, he was looking, wasn't he? But he'll pull it up and miss the shot badly. Down the floor come the Rangers. Forcing a shot up and in is Hudson King. King with his second bucket. He's got 4, 23-17. Cats with the lead. And trying to answer the other end was Mainers, but to no avail. Finch will bring it up. He will lose the handle, but he will be fouled.
Forest Park's doing a pretty good job on Mainers. They kind of switch off. Partenheimer's got him sometimes. King's got him sometimes. But their King, Jalen's got size on him, but he did a good job of getting his hand up right in Mainer's face as he was trying to shoot.
Kendall will come in, and there's a nice feed over there to Grant Fleck for his first 2. And the Rangers are within 4 now at 23-19.
You don't see that much in high school basketball anymore where teams score on an out-of-bounds play. Very rarely. They just usually try to get it in. But
23-19 is the score. Jasper with the 4-point lead with a minute and a half to go. Down low. Has it stolen away by Partenheimer as Kendall threw it away.
I'm not sure you call that a steal. He threw it right to him.
I call it a throwaway.
That's probably better.
1:10 to go. Rangers with the basketball, only trailing by 4 now. Really check see what was Jasper's biggest lead here in the half. And Partenheimer draws the foul.
Yeah, somebody got him on the arm. He went up to make a pass.
You're going to put him at the
He
line,
shouldn't be at the line.
Well, they're doing it.
How can they say that's a shooting foul when he passed the ball?
I think John Gable's asking the referee.
Oh, no. That's 5 fouls.
Oh, is it? Okay, my bad.
Yeah.
Partenheimer misses the first of 2. He's got 4 points. Rangers' first trip to the line tonight. Exactly a minute to play. Logan Day checks in for Jack Levin for Jasper. Another substitution for Forest Park as well. Didn't quite catch it, but either way, Partenheimer looking for and misses them both. And Finch comes out with the basketball. 56 seconds to go. Rangers maintain possession. They trail by 4, 23-19. Finch has it blocked by Kendall out of bounds and belonged to the Rangers.
It was good defense by Cash there.
Finch with it. King looked at the 3, then dribbles, and he deals it out to Van Winkle. Finch now on the left side. Drive to the baseline, and a whistle and a foul is going to be called on Butel for Max. That's going to be his second. And going to the line to shoot 2 will be D. Finch.
Is that like defense?
I guess so. Defense. Does he play good defense? Finch shoots free throws pretty well so far.
Yeah.
He nails that first one for his 3rd point. And Rangers are within 3. To knock it down to 2 if Finch can nail this one. And he does. So suddenly Forest Park is within 2. 32 seconds ago, Jasper has the basketball. 23 to 21. Kendall over to Lamont. 19 seconds. Mainers on the wing. Foy fires a three and hits. Riley Foy, 6 seconds ago. Finch quickly stops, fires a long one, and it no good. And that will be the end of the first quarter of play with the score Jasper 26 to 21. Jason, in the first half that got a little better interesting as it wound down, but nonetheless, not the prettiest one we've seen in most nights.
No, for Forest Park to go into halftime only down 5 with 12 turnovers, that's pretty good. They got to feel fortunate to be in that position. Jasper's got 8 turnovers, which I'm sure Coach Gable's not going to be pleased with either. But it's just been a very sloppily played game all around, both teams. So I think, both teams will try to make some adjustments at halftime. And also, like I said earlier, I think they're doing a very good job with guarding Jalen tonight. They're switching guys off. They have a couple different guys that are guarding him at different times. They've done a pretty good job of keeping him in reins, in check for the first half. And on defense, we're playing pretty decent defense. Like you said, they've got 12 turnovers, and we've forced a lot of those. So hopefully we can continue that in the second half.
Well, of course, the Wildcats are led in scoring at halftime by Riley Foy with 10 points. 4 points for Max Butel and Jalen Mainers. 3 for Keelan Lamont and Logan Day. And 2 points here at halftime by Jack Levin. The Rangers are led scoring by number 11, Talon Blessinger, who has 5 points off the bench. 4 points for D. Finch, 4 points for Camden Partenheimer, and 4 points for Hudson King, followed up by Grant Fleck and Will Steckler with 2 apiece here at halftime. 26 to 21 is our score. We'll be back with the second half right after this on 18 WJTS.
Contact Maringer Plumbing, Heating and Air at 812-482-4425. That's 812-482-4425. Located at 723 3rd Avenue in Jasper.
It's hard to stop a train.
Back at Woody Beekler Arena, as we're about to bring you the second half of play here for tonight's basketball game between the Jasper Wildcats and the Forest Park Rangers. Both teams will head on the floor to start the second half with their original starting lineup. Number 1, D. Finch. Number 12, Andon Ubelor. Grant Fleck, Camden Partenheimer, and Hudson King for the Rangers. Cats, of course, with Foy, Day, Butel, Klaus, and, of course, Jalen Mainers on the floor for Jasper to start this second half. The Wildcats have the basketball to start things off. What we look for the Wildcats as the three-point shot is good. Nice start there for Logan Day and the Wildcats. He's got his 6th point. I was just about to say, Jasper, I think Jason just needs to get off to another quick start like they did in that first half.
Yeah, they do. We need to be patient and run our offense, and we did a good job there.
And all of a sudden, just like that, Drew Mesper doesn't see something he doesn't like. We'll just keep it here for now since it's just a 30-second timeout. But, both teams obviously need to clean a few things up turnover-wise and kind of play a better brand of game this half.
Yeah, there's no doubt. I think, Jasper needs to keep up the defensive intensity and try to keep forcing Forest Park into those turnovers that they had there in the first half. And like I said, on the offensive end, we got to be patient. Let our offense work, let it do what it needs to do. And we ran a nice out-of-bounds play there and ended up with a three-pointer from Logan. But on offense, we got to continue to just do the things that we know how to do.
So Jasper with a 29-21 lead as Forest Park calls a quick 30-second timeout here in just the first 30 seconds of the half. And there's a turnover for the Rangers as they try to find Hudson King down low, but the pass was high and wide. And
tried to throw a lob pass to him, and I'm not sure Shaquille O'Neal could have caught that one.
It was high.
Yeah.
Butel, Klaus, and he tries to find Manners. He throws it right into the hands of Andon Jubilor.
Well, from that standpoint, we're about off to the same way we were the first game, or first half.
Coming up with the basketball is Day. Mainers out to Butel. Driving the baseline, putting it up and in is Riley Foy for his 12th point. Cats score the first 5 points of this half, and they lead it by 10, 31-21. Defense deals it out to Jubilor. Fleck. King forces a shot up, got it, and a foul. And going down, all of a sudden, is Partenheimer. Well, he didn't look good when he went down, but he quickly got back up, didn't he?
Well, his teammates didn't let him lay there. I think it looks like he might have turned an ankle.
And something. He's coming off the floor.
Looks like he's got a brace on that left ankle, black brace. But
the basket was good by Hudson King. Getting hurt away from the basketball is Partenheimer. Camden Partenheimer will sit down while King will try to complete a three-point play, and he misses the shot. So Rangers trail by 8. Jasper with the basketball. 31-23 is the score. Klaus dribbles it out. Now goes inside. Butel closely guarded by D. Finch, but too close.
Yeah, I don't know what, you see high school kids try that all the time, and it just very seldom works, and most of the time they get caught for a foul.
Finch picks up his first. Both teams with one foul here in the third. Under 6 minutes to play. Dave finds Klaus, and he puts it up and in. Nice dish by Day. Klaus with his first basket of the night. Jasper back out on top by 10, 33-23.
Forest Park looks like they've done a very conscious effort of trying to shut Jalen down tonight, and some of the other guys have stepped up. Foy's having a good game. And that's what it takes when other teams look to shut somebody down.
That's right. There's Grant Fleck with the layup for his second bucket of the night. He's got 4. Here's a 3 on the other end. No good by Logan Day. And the Rangers, with 5 minutes to go in the third, have the basketball. And here's a three-point shot by Finch. Misses everything. Butel deals it out. Three-point shot is no good by Day.
Oh, yeah. I found him just a little too late.
And he misses the shot. That is number 12, Andon Jubilor. And it looks like a foul is going to be called on the Wildcats.
Yeah, I think Klaus will get this.
So Levi Klaus will believe that is, yes, it is his first foul of the ball game. And back in the lineup is Parker Ernie. .433 to go in the third, and kind of a dangerous inbound pass there too. Fleck will pump a 3. It'll be not fall.
Over the back on Wolf.
So Parker Wolf with the foul. Jasper with the basketball. They lead by 8, and Mainers tries to take it too hard and looking for the dunk, but he will be fouled.
Yeah, I like to just seen him go up strong as opposed to trying to dunk that, but if you make the 2 free throws, I guess it's all right.
So Mainers will have 2 free throws, and that first one is short. Mainers with 4 so far tonight. Even despite his lack of scoring, at least at this point, he's always been kind of a late arrival in a lot of games. I've noticed that he missed that second free throw as well. And he will be called for an offensive foul.
I don't necessarily believe that. To me, that would have been a better no call on either one of them. I didn't feel like the defensive guy had his feet set, but.
That's Jalen's second foul. Taking the charge was Parker Wolf, I believe. And bringing up the floor is Fleck. Fleck deals it out to Blessinger, and Blessinger puts it up and in. He's had a nice night. He's got 7 points off the bench tonight, and Jasper will call a timeout. It'll be a full timeout with 3:57 to go on the clock here in the third quarter. 33-27 is our score. We'll be back after this.
Think about the journey, not about how you're getting there. The all-new Michelin LTX MS2, engineered for 2 extra years of tread life. Available at DuBois County Tire and Supply in Jasper.
Big or small, we service all. DuBois County Tire.
Well, Jason John Gable calls a timeout there to settle his ball club as they've allowed the Rangers to come back into this contest.
Yeah, they have. Again, to me, it's a couple forced shots on offense, and we need to pick up the defense a little bit.
33-27 is the score, and the ball is knocked away, and coming up with it is Steckler for the Rangers. And King will bring it up. King deals it out to Fleck. He'll bring it out top of the key. 3.5 minutes to go in the quarter. 6-point contest. Ball, Aaron pass is knocked away, and almost coming up with a turnover was the Wildcats with the steal. Or anyway, Forest Park will hold on to it.
Forest Park makes a lot of questionable decisions on their passing game, but I don't know if they normally do that or if that's something tonight that they're doing. But
Fleck out down low, muscling the shot up and in is Hudson King. Hudson King with his 8th point. 2 buckets in the third quarter by King. 3-point shot is good on the other end by Logan Day. Day with his second 3-pointer here of the half. He's got 9. And Rangers lose the basketball. Ooh, and taking the man down is Parker Wolf. As he, I think you're going to discuss whether I was anything flagrant or not. I don't know.
But 34 just had to come off the floor because he's down here at the end of the bench in like big time pain. I don't know what.
Well, as I said, the foul is going to be called on Parker Wolf, his second. Fourth foul, I should say, for the Rangers here in the third quarter. Parker Ernie with the basketball for the Wildcats. Klaus and a whistle, and a foul is going to be called on Jasper. He bumped right into him.
They bumped into each other, and I think if Levi wouldn't have put his forearm out, he'd have got by with it. But when he extended his arm, it made it look a lot worse than it really was.
I understand that, but sometimes the way I look at it is that sometimes a person just his natural instinct
it is
in defense. So
it is.
as a self-defense tactic.
Jasper's in a little full court press. I was getting ready to say a while ago, Forest Park's done a lot of this here in the third quarter without Partenheimer.
He's back in the lineup.
Now he's back in, but
Parker Ernie finds Jack Levin, up and in. Levin with the score. He's got 4 points. And now the referee is going to have a little discussion with 2 Wildcat players and 2 Ranger players, Partenheimer and Fleck. Just telling everybody to kind of cool it. Max Butel and Logan Day were the Wildcats involved in that discussion.
yeah, I don't know what whether they put the seniors or the captains there, or if it was guys that were actually, I didn't see
the ones that
anything.
was between. I didn't see really anything else myself, but anything in particular. But yeah, you're right. It could have been just a matter of talking to the leaders of the ball club to maybe tell everybody to settle down a little bit. Partenheimer drives against Parker Ernie. Ubelar out to Finch. 1:47 to go in the quarter. Finch now will drive. Stutter steps back and he puts it up and in. That was funky.
Yeah, I think he got by with a travel. I mean, he might have got bumped, but he did travel.
I think I kind of threw everybody off guard, even the officials perhaps. But anyway, he puts the Rangers within 7 at 38-31. And they turn over by the Wildcats.
Floyd just dribbled it right off his foot.
Steckler and King check back in the lineup for the Rangers, as does Ethan Thornburg for Jasper. So Jasper put it on that full court press, and Partenheimer brings it up. He'll stop and look for a man. Finch now with it. 1 minute to go in the quarter. Finch drives, turns, fires, is short. Comes up with a basketball. Deals it over to Steckler. Partenheimer, long three, no good. And a foul is going to be called on the Rangers.
34 or 32.
Steckler, that'll be his 4th. So Will Steckler has to hit the bench after picking up his 4th personal. We're still got a whole quarter of basketball left. That could be big.
Yeah. That's the 5th foul. It should be shooting free throws. I think that's what they're trying to sort out.
All right, I see now. Yeah, it's exactly. It is the 5th foul. So
I'm willing to bet nobody out there knows who's supposed to shoot.
Okay, well, let's see who they. Well, looks like it's going to be Logan Day will win the lottery there, so to speak.
And that's what Coach Messmer's arguing about, was it wasn't him, which Logan did his job because he's probably the best shooter on the floor.
To quickly get up to the line and say, hey, it's me.
Yeah, it was me. So see, they don't know. He just said, I don't know. So they don't. They don't have a clue.
Well, Day's got 9 points on. And he is 1 for 1 from the line tonight. So he'll shoot 2. That one is good.
Yeah, I mean, I can't sit here and tell you who it was either, who they fouled.
I have no clue. No.
They need to go to the replay monitor.
Judd, get her go. Cue it up.
Hook it up on that big screen
That's
down there.
right.
On the end
There you go. With the big screen up on against the wall there. We talked about it before. Tonight we just said that we got the setup here over to our left. So hook it up to that, and people can watch the replays and everything like that. But unfortunately, we're not that big time.
No.
Down low, Partenheimer holds high. Triple team. finds an open man. That shot is no good by Ubelar.
That was Levin on the tackle there.
Levin back on the gridiron.
He was like, I can't get this rebound, but you ain't either because I'm going to tackle you.
Playing a little defensive back there, and Jack will pick up, I believe, yes, that is his first foul. And going to the line to shoot, too, as it actually now that's 5th foul on Wildcats. But regardless, at the line is Hudson King, and he hits the first. King's got 9 points. He is 1 for 2 from the line tonight. Make it 2 for 3 with his 10th point. 7-point lead for the Cats with 19 seconds to go here in the third. Seven seconds. Thornburg. Mainers for 3. Got it! Jalen Mainers with a 3-pointer. There's a heave on the other end, no good. Jasper jumps out to a 10-point, 43-33 lead after 3. We'll be back with the fourth quarter right after this on 18 WJTS.
The winter clearance event is on at Ubelar Toyota in Jasper. Right now, get year-end savings on remaining new 2025 models in stock, but only while supplies last. Shop favorites like the tough and powerful Tacoma pickup and the popular versatile RAV4 SUV. Available now and priced to move. Plus, you never pay any dealer fees or document fees at Ubelar's, saving you even more. Don't delay. Come in today for the winter clearance event at Ubelar Toyota in Jasper, where customers send their friends since 1929.
43-33 is our score as we head into the fourth and final period of play. Jasper with the 10-point lead, and the Rangers will have the basketball.
Jasper needs to do a better job here in the fourth quarter of taking care of the basketball. They're up to 13 turnovers for the game. They had 5 in the third quarter. You know, to win close games like this, you've got to take care of the ball down the stretch.
Nice stop for the Cats there to start the quarter. Kendall deals it out to Butel. Day will drive back out to Cash. Here's Mainers for 3, and from the top of the key, no good. Air ball. And a foul is going to be called on Jasper. I believe that will be on Mainers.
Yep.
So Mainers will pick up his third. I believe, actually his fourth.
I was going to say they've got 4 on the board, so coach has got to get him out this early in the fourth.
That could be an interesting turn of events for Jasper, as Mainers right now with 7 points in this contest. But it's, well, as you said before, now it's up to the other players to rally around and do their jobs and pick up the slack, which hasn't been, not saying that hasn't been the case, but it's up to the Rangers now to take advantage of it. And there is Partenheimer coming up with his 6th point, his first of the half. And he puts the Rangers within 8 at 43-35.
Now here's, you know, in Jasper's situation here, you're one of your top players is on the bench, so you need to, and they're calling that close, but my point is, you know, you want to be patient. You want the clock to run. As Jalen's sitting over there, you want the clock running so that he can get back in the game and not miss a lot of the action.
That foul was called on Grant Fleck, his third. So the Rangers could be seeing a few guys. Actually, got 1, 2, 3. I believe I got 3 players with at least 3 fouls. And there's a steal by Finch. Finch will take it up and miss the layup. And back down the floor of the Wildcats. Here's Klaus. Riley Foy for 3, no good. And trying to steal, nice swat by Partenheimer. As Finch tried to save the ball, which he did, but right in the hands of a Wildcat player. I believe that was Klaus. And his layup was swatted away by Partenheimer, who came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Nice defensive play by Camden.
That was definitely swatted.
Get out of here with that. Well, the Cats maintain possession. 43-35 is the score.
He just threw that. I don't know who he threw it to. But
Well, fortunately, Foy came up with it for Jasper.
yeah, he just happened to run and get it before somebody else did.
Day, I should say. Logan now finds Riley. Ooh, you're right. It's getting dangerous.
Some of our passes aren't real great.
Kendall. Cash will circle it right. Stops and deals it over to Foy. Contact and an offensive foul is going to be called.
Yeah, we didn't need that. You know, we did. I was just getting ready to say that we're doing a very good job of doing what I just said about running our offense, keeping the clock moving, and then you do something like that. But it still did run off some time off the clock.
Ubelor and Wolf come into the contest for Forest Park. I believe Lamont checks in for Jasper. Rangers with the basketball, trailed by 8. Bounce shot is no good. 5 minutes to go. Jasper has it back. They lead it by 8. Klaus hands it off to Day. Here's Max Butel. Kendall, and now looks like what they're doing, what we were just talking about, kind of being a little patient with things, even though Forest Park with some pressure defense right now. Strict man-to-man here. 4.5 minutes to go. Kendall, three-point shot by Lamont is no good, but he almost comes up with his own rebound and a whistle, and Kendall's going to be called on the foul, I believe. It will be Cash Kendall's with the personal, and Cash is his first.
Ernie came in for Klaus.
So Parker Ernie checks in the lineup for the Wildcats, as will D. Finch eventually on the next dead ball for Forest Park, and Riley Foy for Jasper. Partenheimer drives, puts it up and in. Nice drive to the basket by Camden Partenheimer. He's got his 8th point. Pair of buckets here in the 4th quarter for the big man for the Rangers. And there's a steal by Fleck. Fleck looking, pulls it up. Back out to Fleck. 43-37 is the score. Jasper with the 6-point lead, but the Rangers have the basketball.
They've got a big mismatch in there with Partenheimer, with Kendall trying to guard Partenheimer.
Fleck with it, crosses it over to Ubelor. Rangers looking to set something up here, Jay.
Yeah, they're trying to run a set play, but Jasper's doing a pretty good job with their defense, forcing them out of what they're trying to do.
Finch checks in for Forest Park, as does Riley Foy and Jalen Mainers. We'll be back in the contest with 3:09 to go. He's got 4 fouls, mind you. 43-37 is our score. 3:09 to go in this ball game. We'll be back after this on 18 WJTS.
Providing news, sports, interviews, meetings, and presentations, community events, information, and local resources to you. All from the comfort of where you choose to watch, read, or listen. Whether you're at home, at work, or on the go, we'll be there for you. 18 WJTS. local people watching local people, and more.
Or especially the Wildcats case, Jason, as almost 5 minutes into this quarter. Jasper has yet to put a point on the board here in the fourth, while the Rangers have just scored 4. So,
yeah, it's, again, we've got 2 turnovers and Forest Park's got 1 in the quarter, so both teams aren't, there's another one.
nice steal right there by Mainers. He will deal it over to Butel. Set it up there, boys. Under 3 minutes to go. Jasper with the 6-point lead. As I said, the Cats have yet to score here in the fourth. And nice, tough, stingy defense by the Rangers. Parker Ernie finds Day. Back to Ernie, up and in. So Ernie, big bucket for the Wildcats there. His first, actually, of the ball game. Finch out to Partenheimer. Camden works it in the backcourt against Ernie. It's Jason alluded, quite a mismatch there.
Yeah. They don't take advantage of it.
I was going to say, if you're him, you take that shot.
Yeah,
and he does, and it was there. It was a good shot. Just didn't fall for him.
Yeah.
A little hard. And a whistle and a foul is going to be called on Forest Park right in front of us here at midcourt. I believe that is on Fleck, they said, and that will be his 4th if that's the case, and it is. Yeah. Under 2 minutes to go. Jasper with the basketball. Need a bucket here. Just kind of.
Or at least run some time.
Mm-hmm. Down low is Parker Ernie, and he'll bring it out.
That was a wise move.
No kidding, especially with who's guarding him.
Partenheimer was right on his backside, and I'm pretty sure that one would have got blocked if he'd have went up for that.
You thought he had a swat earlier. Wait till you've seen that one.
Yeah.
Whistle's going to be called, and I believe that will be on Partenheimer. If not, it'll be Fleck, and that'd be his 5th, and it is Partenheimer's, and that's just his first. So Camden picks up his first. Only the 3rd team foul. Both teams with 3 fouls with 1:34 to go. There's a feed, and a shot is missed by Butel, but he comes up with his own board, and he's going to call for traveling.
Yep.
And it was.
It was. He just kind of got off balance after he got the rebound, but the key to that is you got to hit that first shot when you're wide open.
90 seconds to go in this contest. 45-37 is our score. Here's Fleck for our 3, and it will not fall. Mailers with the rebound. And ball will finally bounce to Logan Day. And Partenheimer is going to be forced to foul with 1:17 to go. That's just his 2nd. And for Wildcats, their 4th team foul. So one more. And the Cats will be in the bonus. Turning into there's a steal by the Rangers, perhaps it is. Here's King, and a whistle and a foul is going to be called on the Wildcats. Looks like Ernie will get called. Parker's 3rd. So here we are with 1:04 to go, 45-37. Jasper with an 8-point lead, but this game ain't over yet.
No, it isn't, but Forest Park hasn't really shot the ball that well from outside.
Partenheimer short on that 3, and the basketball will belong to the Rangers. 53 seconds to go.
I don't know why they don't have Blessinger in there. I mean, he was the one that has hit a couple of outside shots for him anyways.
Fleck will take the inbounds pass, and he will be fouled, and that's going to put Fleck at the line.
And that's what you don't want.
So Foy will be called on the personal, I believe that was.
Yeah.
And it'll be his 2nd, and that's going to give the Rangers with an opportunity to pick up points with no time going off the clock. As Fleck's first free throw is hard. Off the back of the rim. Grant's got 2 points. That shot, well, that one rattled in and out, but Partenheimer comes up with the rebound. Fleck fires a long three-point basket. It's short, and the Cats come down the rebound and bumped and fouled. It's going to be Logan Day, and Parker hit the deck there, but he's quickly up. And the Cats look like they can be pretty much in control of this one now, Jason, especially if Day can nail these free throws. He's, in fact, he's 3 for 3 tonight. He's got 9, 10, 11 points.
Yeah, I would let Fleck shoot from outside all day because he hasn't proved to me tonight that he can shoot at all. That's why, I mean, now they put him in. Now they put Blessinger back, but it was like,
Too little, too late now.
Well, again though, this is the only time we've seen him play, so we don't, we don't know exactly.
Day misses the free throw. 39 seconds. Layup is up and in, and pretty much expected is going to be a timeout called as Hudson King picks up his 6th, 7th, 8th, 9, 10, 11, 12th point of the night. Forest Park is going to call a timeout, a 30-second timeout, or is it a full? Actually, it's going to be a full timeout. So let's take a break, and we'll be back right after this on 18 WJTS.
103.3 The Fix is Southern Indiana's go-to radio station for must-have music hits.
I love your music!
From the All-American Rejects to Lizzo, we've got you covered.
Dude, I listen all the time.
Did we mention we also have local news, sports, and Pacers basketball?
Wow.
Your music fix, your sports fix, your fix for it all.
Oh my God, I won!
Tune in to 103.3 and get your fix today.
Today's must-have music all day.
Well, we got 34 seconds to go in this contest. Jasper with an with a 46-39 lead with 7-point lead for the Cats. And they will have the basketball.
Just take care of the
A push is going to be called on Fleck. And that will be his 5th. So Fleck leaves the contest with 4 points. And he will be replaced by Talon Blessinger. Blessinger with 7 points. Checks back in. And we'll have 2 free throws in the other end. I believe is that Foy?
Yeah.
And Foy will go to the line. And he will nail it. He is 2 for 3 from the stripe tonight. He's got 13. Nails that as well, so 14 points for Riley Foy this evening. Finch, Partenheimer, about a 25-foot shot, bounces in. So he gets the bounce there. Partenheimer finally gets one to drop, his first 3-point shot of the night. He's got 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 points. 30-second timeout called by the Rangers. As that 3-point shot cuts the lead down to 6. 48-42 is the score.
2 possessions, you just got to hit your free throws. They're obviously here. They're going to come out of this timeout and look for a steal quick. If they don't get the steal, they've got no choice but to foul. You hit your free throws. You're up 2 possessions now. If you hit one of the 2, you go up a 3-possession game. With 25 seconds left, I feel pretty comfortable with it.
Right now, the Wildcats will have the basketball. As Jason said, look for Rangers to foul. As Parker Ernie's going to try to inbound it with Partenheimer spreading wide. So bounces it into Foy, and Foy is quickly fouled. Probably be on Finch, I believe.
I was glad they fouled him because he looked like he was getting ready to make a bad decision.
So D. Finch picks up his 2nd. Again, we got Foy at the line. He just nailed a couple free throws just a second ago. He is 3 for 4 from the stripe tonight. Nails that for his 15th point of the contest to lead all scores, I believe. That one is off the mark, no good. 7-point lead for the Rangers. For the Wildcats. Rangers with the basketball. 17 seconds.
Somebody's got to shoot, guys.
11 seconds. And a foul is going to be called on Jasper.
Mainers, that's 5 on him. There's no reason. I mean, you just stand there and put your hands straight up, you know. You don't want a foul.
You don't need to go for the steal exactly.
No,
you're only up by 7.
Yeah, just stand there with, make it a tough shot. If he hits it, he hits it, Now he's got the chance to shoot 2 free throws with the clock stopped.
So Mainers will finish his night with 8 points while Partenheimer gets that first one to drop. Camden 1 for 3 now from the line. He's got 12 points, make it 13. 10 seconds ago. Butel, 5 seconds, and he will be fouled by Hudson King. So King picks up his second. And looking to solve it away at the line is Max Butel as he hits the first of 2. And that will be his 5th point of the night. Next one is good. 6 points for Max, 3 seconds to go. And that will be the end of tonight's ball game. With the final score, the Jasper Wildcats defeating the Forest Park Rangers for their 2nd victory in a row. 51-44 is their score. So let's kind of summarize how things looked for tonight's ball game, Jason. The Cats pick up their 2nd straight victory to improve to 9-4 on the year. Forest Park drops to 7-8 in a still a typical county rivalry ball game.
Yeah, no doubt. It's always nice to win county rival games, and especially if you can go on the road and do that. So far this year, we've done that twice with this game and then going to Southridge and winning that one on the road. The last one will be Du Bois, and I believe that's next
Friday. Yes, that'll be our next game.
But that is at home, so that'll that's nice to be able to play one at home, anyways. And I believe that's homecoming, so it usually draws a pretty good crowd, which would be nice. But back to this game, unofficially, I had Jasper for 17 turnovers, and I had Forest Park for 18. That's not a very well played high school basketball game. Either way, we were fortunate enough, obviously, to come out of that with a win. I think a lot of that was basically we just shot the ball better than what they did. I don't know. I guarantee you can probably count the amount of 3-pointers they hit on one hand, because I don't remember very many. And they didn't shoot a lot from outside either. But, some of that's indicative of our defense, too, that we play. But, they're struggling a little bit right now, obviously 7 and 8.
And they've dealt with, obviously, we talked about at the beginning, with a handful of injuries. They had, of course, some of the key players we talked about were Berger and Leakin as far as missing out, but Munier as well. So they had 3 guys out in this contest.
I mean, I think Berger was probably their leading returning scorer from last year's team. So, obviously that's a big loss when you don't have that. And Leakin's a good athlete. So, from that standpoint there, it's tough to play without him. But, it's high school basketball. I mean, you have to do that. and move on. But from the same token, you can't take anything away from what Jasper did tonight either. We came in, we did what we had to do to win the game, and sometimes that's what you got to do.
Exactly, and one thing we talked about was I'm not going to dwell on it much, but Jalen Maynard's a little bit off on the scoring tonight with 7 points, but he had other guys coming through with Riley Foy with 15, 12 for Logan Day to lead the Wildcats in scoring, followed up by, again, Maynard, 7. 6 points for Max Butel. Let's see, we got 4 points for Jack Levin tonight, 3 for Keenan Lamont, and 2 for Levi Klaus. So nice, decent balance scoring right there for the Cats on his supporting roles. So.
Yeah, like you said, you're going to have games like that where your supporting cast is going to have to help carry you. I was probably the thing I was impressed with the most on this tonight was the defense that Forest Park was able to play against Jalen. In my opinion, I haven't seen a team play the quality of defense against him as what Forest Park did tonight. And it wasn't because they put Partenheimer, who is 6'9", on Jalen at 6'4". It wasn't because of that. Partenheimer didn't guard him that much. Who was it?
Well, it was Partenheimer's up against with Ernie.
Yeah, King and Steckler were the two that kind of guarded Mainers. And like I said, I felt like they did a very good job with them. But that's where, like we say all the time, it's the supporting guys have to step up and do what they need to do to help you win games. And tonight they did that.
Absolutely. So, of course, again, it's still a nice victory to go on the road to win against the county rival. Speaking of Forest Park, and in their ball club, Camden Partenheimer led them in scoring with 13 points tonight. 12 points by Hudson King to follow up. And they were the only two actually in double figures for the Rangers tonight. Taylor Blessinger had 7 off the bench. Of course, but then we didn't see him down the stretch until the very end. D. Finch was 6. 4 points for Fleck. And let's see, we got 2 points to round out the scoring for the Rangers by Will Steckler. So, like I said, Blessinger was a good, hot man for them off the bench tonight. But like I said, we don't see them a whole lot, so we're not exactly sure maybe what the circumstances were.
Yeah, maybe he played the game of his life tonight. We don't know because we
liked him. We were impressed with him.
Yeah, exactly. But obviously, that's probably not the case night in and night out for him. But sometimes you just got to go with the hot hand. And tonight I felt like he was. But again, it's a nice road victory for us. It continues our nice season. That puts us to what, 9-4?
9-4. Forest Park falls to 7-8, and
next week you got Du Bois on Friday night. Now Saturday night it'll be a tough one again, going on the road
to New Albany.
And New Albany, I believe, has got a pretty solid team this year again.
That's right. And I tell you what, Forest Park, by the way, they're scheduled to play Tecumseh tomorrow night here at the Woody Beekler Arena, and that if it hasn't been called off already, which a lot of games has it. Okay, well then never mind. So they're up. Next up for them is another county rivalry against Southridge at Memorial Gym on Friday night. Then they play at Paoli on Saturday. Meanwhile, the Wildcats, as we said, they got their own little double dip with Northeast Du Bois in town on Friday for homecoming, and then we go to New Albany. So we'll get Andy Noblet in here now. So talk a little bit about this contest here. Lose your clipboard there, Jay. All right, Andrew, thank you very much for coming up. How you doing tonight?
We're doing great.
Staying warm?
It is. It's a little cold down there by the doors.
I bet it is.
It's nice and warm up here.
Yeah, I know. That's right. Thank God heat rises, right?
Yes, absolutely. They put all the smart guys at the top of the gym.
I suppose. Well, we'll debate that one. Andy, very good. Talk a little bit about tonight's ball game. Obviously, a big county rivalry, and still Forest Park, who has struggled a little bit this year, and so forth. But you got a good contest out of the Rangers tonight, as you were. Ball club wins at 51-44.
Yeah, I thought both coaching staffs spent a lot of time scouting each other, and it was very difficult in the first half to score a lot of points with the amount of time and effort that the coaches put in to try to stop each other's offenses.
So, of course, tonight, you got a lot of good offensive productions from the likes of Foy and Day, of course, who both finished tonight in double figures. Jalen, perhaps a little bit off his game, but, was it a matter of their defense against or so forth? Well, one thing, Jason, I would talk about, I'm sorry, Andy, I was just going to say that, the point I was just trying to make is that despite Jalen maybe a little bit off on his scoring, we still did a heck of a job, in support for him.
Yeah, absolutely. I was proud of the many different lineups that we had in the game. The guys that came in knew what they were doing and were able to continue to defend them as well as we did. I try to think back with Jalen. He was getting a lot of rebounds late. He also hit a big three at the end of the quarter that really he was fresh. Wasn't breathing as hard maybe as he does in the regular game because he sat for a little bit longer, but he came in and made a big shot there, and he did all the things we need him to do. Absolutely.
I thought it was a great shot in the arm for the ball club going into the fourth, even though the Rangers did end up outscoring us 11-8. But still, we made the plays down the stretch to preserve the victory. Yeah, absolutely. It was a good physical war in there. There's a lot of pushing and shoving and guys unable to cut, and so it was a little bit different than we played last game, but we also saw that against North, and I thought we responded a lot better than we had against Evansville North. Absolutely. Well, of course, things have changed, obviously, thanks to Mother Nature. We were supposed to play Harrison tomorrow night, but, of course, that was canceled for obvious reasons. But now, so we focus our attention on Northeast DuBois, another county foe next week at home. Yeah, a very balanced Northeast DuBois team. They've got a lot of guys come off the bench, make big contributions. That's a challenge from a scouting standpoint. Can't look at 2 or 3 guys. You're going to have to be able to scout 7 or 8 guys deep. Also a great night because we always have a great crowd on for that game, and it's homecoming. So looking forward to a busy night on Friday. Let's get this snow out of here and let's get back to playing basketball. Absolutely. So Andy, of course, then New Albany on Saturday too. So obviously, busy weekend again next week for the Wildcats. Yeah, heck of a New Albany team. They've got some young talent that's coming through. We see a lot of those teams whenever we're hosting Jammin' in Jasper. We're able to see those 8th grade kids, and New Albany's got a heck of a young squad, but we've got a veteran squad, and so it'll be a big weekend for the Wildcats. We've got to start off on the right track with Northeast DuBois coming into our place. All right, Andy, stay warm. Thank you. Okay, and watch out for the snow. Andy, thank you very much. Andy Noblet joining us here on the postgame show. Our final score, Jasper 51, Forest Park 44. The Wildcats improved to 9-4, while Forest Park falls to 7-8. Again, of course, Sunday's game no game on Sunday here on WJTS because Saturday night's game at Harrison has been called, as everybody knows by now. So we focus again to Northeast DuBois will be our next ball game for the Wildcats. That will be on Saturday morning. Well, of course, Friday night at 7:30 tip-off at the JHS gym for homecoming. And, of course, we'll have it for you on Saturday morning at 10 o'clock here on 18 WJTS. For Jason Stamm, Jeremy Marcos, and Coach Andy Noblet, I'm Carey Schneider saying again, so long from the Woody Beekler Arena at Forest Park High School in Ferdinand. Final score, Jasper 51, Forest Park 44. So long, everybody.
The preceding was a special presentation of 18 WJTS TV. High school basketball on WJTS is proudly brought to you by Southern Indiana Propane, Mehringer Plumbing, Heating and Air, DuBois County Tire, Ubelor & Sons Chevy, Cadillac, Toyota, and 18 WJTS, a DC broadcasting company. Thank you for watching.